So Ethica made Mikey his camp gear. I'm wearing one of them right now. You can check it out. It's really sick. All right, Mikey. So talk to us. Tell us what's up. So you're officially in training camp.
Well, I've been training, been staying in shape, right? But
Can you look at me? The viewers get very upset when you're looking at your phone.
As yesterday, we finally got the announcement out. My return for October the 16th. October the 16th here in Fresno, actually, which is actually pretty cool. I never fought in Northern Cali, and it's only a drive away for all the people in Southern California. So it's good to have a fight here in Cali with my fans, and I think it's gonna be a good event. We're very excited for it. I'm excited for Bam too. He gets a title shot. Our boy Jesse Bam. That's a good one.
That's awesome. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about your opponent for those who aren't exactly familiar with him?
So we originally were looking at trying to find the fight with Prograis, Regis. Timing and schedules of the zone and Matchroom didn't quite fit with the budget that it required and the dates and stuff. So I mean, we weren't able to secure that. It just sucks. Shit like that happens sometimes. In fact, the last message that I had with the last conversation I had with Eddie Hearn was, if the date was gonna be moved to October 16th, this was a few weeks ago. I'm like, if it is gonna be October 16th, let's just go straight to Regis. You know, that gives you guys a little more time. But he says that they couldn't do it. That the zone didn't have the budget available for that type of event, for that type of fight. That requires,
for that date.
That would require a different promotion, more time to promote, more time to build up the fight, and they just didn't have the time to do that. So the name that he had always been bringing up was Sandor Martin. He's a Spaniard. I think he's like 38-2. I think his record or something like that. He's a southpaw. He's a very skilled boxer. He can box. He's tricky because he's southpaw. You know, that's always a little complicated. That's always a challenge. But he's a good fighter. He's ranked, I think, in the top 10. So he should be a good fight. And it also allows me to come back and just get back in the rhythm. I haven't fought, you know, for a little while, like a year and a half now. So I think it's a good fight. If we get through this fairly well, then I'm sure the next ones are gonna be much better fights, much more important fights too. That can probably be a fight with Regis, or possibly a title fight or something like that. Because that's what I really want. I want bigger fights. I want major attractions like that. And I think this is a good fight for my return.
Awesome. And then for those that don't know, what weight are you guys fighting at?
Well, I wanted to stay at welterweight for that because the idea was to fight at 47 so that I can continue and kind of have chances of fighting maybe for a title there. But if not, then coming down to 40. This fight, Sandor Martin's team or his people requested that we do a catch weight of 145. I asked for a regular 140, 147. They wanted it lower at 40, or closer to 40, so we agreed on 45.
Okay. So again, for those that don't know, because some of the people the viewers on this video is going to be for FightHype, some people are very familiar, you know, with what catchweight is and just like different, you know, have you done catchweight before?
Yeah, there's when I fought who was it? Rojas. When I fought Rojas, I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was a 38. I think that one was a 38. I'm not sure. But sometimes it happens. If I'm gonna be fighting a title fight, then I'm not gonna request a catch weight. If I feel that I'm fighting for a world title and I'm challenging for a title, then I should be able to fight at that division, at the limit. when it's a different type of fight, like I've told you, I think the Rojas fight was a catchweight. I'm not sure. This one, same thing. I wanted it 47. He wanted it close to 40. We settled on 45.
It's kind of like meeting in the middle, so
Yeah.
to speak. Got you. Again, just sometimes I like just a little more information just so there's that clarity. You know, even just down to the politics of it. Because, you know, sometimes and this is where I do not envy you guys in any notion. It's like, where is he? Why isn't he fighting? Is he retired? Lo and behold, like you've been in camp training, waiting for this date.
We've
Yeah.
been training for a long time. In fact, all year we've been training, not in camp mode, but we've been training all year,
Yeah.
just staying in shape, working out, because there was always possibility of having him fight, you know, in a matter of a few weeks. So we always wanted to be kind of ready. We've been trying to secure a fight, but you know, things are difficult. It's a time, you know, tough time right now to get the dates, the events, the venues cleared. You know, it really is. It's much different than it was previous years. With state regulations and COVID changes, you know, happening all over the place. You might be approved in one state, one venue, one county, and then all of a sudden something happens, and now you're gonna be screwed. Now the event has to be changed to a different location, or I mean, it's difficult. And how many times have you seen fights getting postponed right now because of positive test results?
God, yeah.
So you know, things like that are constantly changing the events. So it's very difficult to do a fight. People really don't understand, and it's easy for them to open their mouth and criticize or comment or say something, but they don't really understand what's going on behind the scenes.
Again,
And that's difficult to explain, because if I try to explain to everybody, you know,
it's also business though too.
People will see it right now, but then the other half won't see it, and they ask the same question, and it's like, no, you can't explain everything to everybody.
I understand, of course.
You just gotta keep rolling with it and keep moving.
100%.
We haven't been able to secure a big fight. I've been wanting to secure something bigger, and we just couldn't. It just, timing wasn't available, the dates weren't available, whatever, you know, budgets. There's a lot of things that go behind it.
Well, nonetheless, I'm excited. I'm very excited because I'm kind of, I guess you could say, behind the scenes. I'm here. I'm always listening to you and watching like how hard you're working and that you are eager, you know, and now you're finally getting back in the ring. And of course, even what you said about Regis, that is a fight you want. But again, it's not just up to you and Regis.
No.
Yeah, there's so many more variables.
There's a lot more that goes behind it. And like I said, people don't understand. So it's easy for people to, you know, assume, comment. You know, they don't know what's really behind or why some fights don't happen, and that happens all the time. That there's fights that are supposed to happen, and for one reason or another, it doesn't happen.
Gotcha.
You know, in this case, like I said, the timing to build up the fight for that kind of fight is not available right now. It's kind of like a short notice. I mean, I had even said a couple weeks ago. About 4 weeks ago, they had mentioned a possible September 18th fight, and I said yes, let's do it. I agreed. I said let's go for it, let's do it. And then that changed to October 2nd. I said okay, fine, October 2nd. And then they finally changed it to October 16th. So then that's when I said, well, if it is October 16th, then why not just go with Regis? It gives you a few more weeks to promote, but that's still not enough time for what we believe that fight deserves. You know, the network didn't believe that was enough time. The team didn't believe there was enough time to promote a fight of that kind in that short amount of time. So we couldn't get the Regis fight.
Okay, well, I don't want to take any shine or, you know, anything of like respect away from your upcoming opponent, because we all know that, like, although maybe his name isn't as, you know, known here or whichever, that doesn't mean anything to his skill set. You know,
I'm sure he's gonna come
extra hungry,
ready. He's been professional fighter for many years. I think the record is 38-2, if I'm correct. So I'm sure he wants something, you know, of this kind, you know, to be noticed, and I'm sure he's gonna come with, you know, a lot of drive, a lot of motivation. So I can't expect an easy fight. There's no such thing as easy fights. I think I gotta be prepared, like I do for every fight, because it's not just about this fight, it's also what's gonna lead after that. So I gotta make sure I do all my training, I do everything I need to do to overcome this opponent so that I can move on to something much, bigger and more important than the next one. So I'm not just fighting this one guy, I'm actually, getting ready for the what's next. And I need to get through this guy first, or else I ain't getting what's next. I ain't getting that following fight. But I'm sure he's gonna come with everything he has. Also, he's very motivated. I'm sure he's gonna come, with, almost like nothing to lose and everything to gain. A good performance, a good victory. Fucking everybody would know who he is, and everybody would, be asking to see him again. So I can expect him to be, a tough opponent. He's a very slick boxer. He's a slick boxer. He's a southpaw. So we'll make the correct adjustments, obviously, in training to come best prepared that we can.
Okay, again, and when and where is your fight?
It's October the 16th up here in Fresno.
When are tickets going to be
Tickets actually
available?
are out today, I think.
What? Let's check it.
Well, they had told me that they were gonna go out today. Yesterday we made the announcement for the fight, and they said tickets would be available today. So I'm expecting to have that available information right now.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's great. Well, congratulations again on the upcoming fight. I'm excited. I'll be there. So we're gonna come back in a second because we have to go grab the box.